Chris Salvador back. I know I told him my pedophile rant that when you got a twat whore, you got to call him out. Well, this isn't exactly a twat whore, but this is a total tease. And I've been talking to this girl. She knows who she is, and to save face with her, I don't want to use her name because you know what? Fuck it. Her name is Rebecca. Okay, Rebecca. Okay, the devil wears Prada, maybe. So anyway, Rebecca, this was this old high school kind of, it wasn't really a crush, it was just kind of like one of those girls in the class that they kind of flirt with you, and they kind of tease with you, and they're the girls that are like, oh, I'm the sexual girl and whatever, and then it's like, you go, okay, like, you start to, you never, I had never asked her out because she was interested in one of my friends. So I was like, bros before hoes, I'll leave my friend to get with that. And then after, he wasn't interested, basically she had moved on to someone else. So I was like, all right, well, I missed my shot there. And then I think the year had gone up, and that was it. Like, and I'd never seen her again. I didn't have any classes. And then, years had passed, and then on MySpace, I recall that I looked up, I wasn't stalking her, I was just, usually look at photos of people. And one of the first things I noticed was she had like this fiance, and she was getting married. So I was like, all right, well, okay. And then I was like, all right, cool. And then I never, just to check up. And then this year, I had, for some reason, I don't know why, I'd seen that the fiance didn't pan out. So I decided to start talking this year to her and just say, let me see. And I had wanted to do the show with her that I was thinking of doing, which I will be doing eventually, and I needed girls because I was like, I've done shows before that are just penises talking, and basically I said, well, I'll invite you. It would be kind of like a drinking game kind of show, and if you want to be a girl on it. And she said, yeah, it's cool. Then afterwards, I kind of, like, as a guy, was kind of like feeling, not shitty, but I was like, my intentions weren't exactly pure. I felt it was kind of like I was like, oh, I could probably get her drunk here, and then probably, do something, or, like maybe, see where the night takes us. And I was just like, I don't know why I decided common sense kicked in. I don't know what it was, but I was like, I'll be a gentleman here, or not I said, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be one of those guys that's like, hey, come to the party, nothing's going to happen, and then in your mind you're thinking, if you come to this party, I'm going to have a door, and I'm going to lock you inside, and you're not going to get out. But you're not saying that. You're saying, come to the party, everything's cool, just some drinks, good time. And I was kind of like, in a way I was kind of, I didn't plan anything, but I was like, if I do the show, I want to focus on the show, because of the show, not because, like, I don't want the show to exist just so that I can score some chicks and kind of cheat it and use the show as a trap to bait these women, or not women, but women. So I had decided to say, you know what, I'm just going to be honest. Fucking guys, I've learned, don't be honest with women. They don't want honesty. They want you to lie and be a shithead. And they certainly don't want intelligence. They just want dumb, fucking, stupid guys. So I was acting kind of like a dumb, stupid guy, and that I sent her this kind of script, because I had just found script, and I sent her this kind of PowerPoint of, like, sexual positions and things. And it was, you can laugh at that, but I was just like, I sent it to her, and I said, these are the things I would do to you. Now, that's funny, and you'll laugh, and you'll say, I want to see it. I deleted it, because I was like, fuck it, I'll just save that shit for someone else, which I'm sure I'm being dumb by putting this. If I get another girl, she'll be like, you just take all the moves you were going to do with her, which probably what will happen. But I'm being honest, so at least I'm being honest. So I sent it to her, and I figured, like, that'd be it. She'd never talk to me again. It would be one of those awkward elephant in the rooms, like, perv, move on. But I started to see as I would kind of persist as the months went by. This was around October, November. As the months went by, I would continually persist. And the last conversation we had before I sent this thing, before I dropped the atom bomb, as I call it, she was really, like, open and talking about things that I won't even say because I'm not a dick that bad. That, she said some really open things about her and her fiance. That, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to say it. She said that her fiance couldn't fuck. And I just felt like really bad for her. If you're the fiance, dude, that's some fucked up shit. You know what I'm going to say? I would have to be the nice guy. Fuck you. She said the fiance was not a good fuck. And that she left him because he wasn't really good at bed, and that he was too smothering, and all this bullshit. And but the thing that she said was like, oh, he's dick, and he couldn't fuck me. And I was sitting there kind of going, wow, women are bitches. You know, because it's like, I just thought of myself, like, I put myself in his shoes. Like, what if that would have been me? And it didn't work out. And then she's coming to some other guy and immediately going like, well, he sucked at sex. That's why I left him. And I'm like, dude, like, maybe he sucked because he was inexperienced and needed a woman to, none of that. Just he sucked at sex. Okay, so then I was kind of getting into it, talking about like, well, we'll talk, I'll probably throw some moves on her and do some stuff and get, learn about this sexual stuff. This girl total fucking tease. You can't fucking break up with a guy and say he sucks at sex, and then be like, because I was basically making it known that I'm like, that's sex. That's what I'm trying to do. It's not trying to do anything else. Sex. I was like, I've got no cards in my life to play financially. Anything. Like, if I'm good at anything, it's got to be the sex part. That's it. That's the only thing. So I would really get like things that the pedophiles say to underage girls. I said, I'm going to say that stuff to a girl my age. I'm going to say this shit. And I would see that she would read it, and I even pretended, here's the thing, I got this other girl, a friend, and I pretended to be her in a comment. So she got a comment from a girl that she sent through her MySpace that I wrote, just to see what she would respond as. And she total tease. Not once in the entire time did she ever just go, no. Like, she never said anything. The moment that I sent that script, the moment that I would type all this stuff, she would continually read it. And one time, I was completely amazed with myself. This was something, if I learned anything, I got pissed, as the British, I was pissed drunk, wasted. And I decided to call her, drunk call, because I'd never done it before. I thought, what is this drunk calling? Everybody, don't call a girl drunk. I called her drunk, and I don't recall what I said, but I think I said the exact same things I would have said if I was sober. It was like the same thing. And I did something even more amazing that I was really proud of. I did drunk typing. Yes, I came to a keyboard and typed, and I spell checked, and I was freaking wasted. You have no idea how drunk I was. And I was amazed with myself. Like, I cannot believe I'm fucking blasted. Well, blasted is high. I'm not high. I was wasted. Okay. So I was wasted, and I was typing, and I was amazed. Like, I would misspell every once in a word, and I know I was misspelling, and I kind of go back. I was amazed with myself. I'm drunk, and I'm typing a message. Wow. I'm sure many people do that all the time. And it's nothing. It's like, dude, I do that all the time. It's like, big deal. But it's like, for me, it was like, holy shit. I thought I was supposed to be like throwing up on the keyboards, and I would type in geek got glurgle, and it'd be like, oh, what did I type to you? I was amazed that I was able to say exactly the same things that I would say sober, fucking wasted. So anyway, along